Thank you for your patronage.
Fucking hate shit. I just did, bitch. Alright. As I was trying to say, I had dropped frame dragon on OBS, and it never gave me that problem for 2 days, and then suddenly today it was like, your bitrate is too high. Turn it the fuck down. And you don't understand how far I had to turn it down for it to finally stop giving me problems. I had a 6,000 bitrate, and it was like fine for the last 2 days. And then today it's like, you gotta turn it down. So I went down. Let me finish my sentence, Dragon? I had to turn it down to 2,000 fucking bitrate. I had to go from 6,000 to 2,000. I'm salty. That is all. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna make the level that One-Eyed Tiger wanted. If you guys don't remember what One-Eyed Tiger wanted, he wanted basically to make a shell training level, but I did ask him. Oh fuck, I forgot to connect something. Because I was pissed off. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Connect. Hurry, connect. Stop loading so long. Okay. It's connected. So chat, if you do ! brownie, you'll have an option between 1,000 different fucking brownies. So as I was saying, I asked One-Eyed Tiger if I can make some practice and some like, you got a wasabi brownie, auntie. Ugh. So I asked One-Eyed Tiger if I could make some practice and some like real s'mores brownie. All right, better. And he said I could do some practice and some legit. And I said, okay, good. Because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have half of it practice and half of it for him to practice and half of it for him to put it to the real test. Yeah, better. And if you guys are wondering why brownie, because I love brownies. Brownies are one of my favorite desserts. Ooh, cookie crisp brownie. That sounds good. So yeah, Dragon, I find it insane that I was able to figure that out, man. I was able to figure out through a bot basically how to get different a thousand different variations to basically get it at randomize, and I felt so accomplished of myself when I figured it out. I was like, basically, I literally have 1,000 different flavors of 1,000 different brownie flavors that it will randomize, which I'm like, that is crazy. I could make the number higher if I honestly wanted to do it, but it's still cool. Because it's gonna go later on to a different concept.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Yes. Because Anti-Softlock came up with a really cool idea, Dragon, and I was trying to figure out how to get it implemented. And with this bot, I can now get it implemented, and I'm so happy. Yeah, you don't remember that idea you said about the because you said you had a moist command. You said, why don't I have like a command about saying about like if people did exclamation mark whatever, they would get a hero or a villain. So with that, Dragon, with this bot, I could basically put every single, and you're hearing me correctly, every single Marvel and DC hero and villain. Do you know how crazy that will be when I make that? Like, realistically, think of, like, that's going to be very time consuming, but imagine, like, when I get that running, how crazy that will be. It's like, are you going to get a hero? You're going to get a villain? You know, who are you going to get? I'm just saying I'm just saying it's crazy. I mean, I could have it be separate, but I thought it would be cooler if they were together. If you could have it together, both Marvel and DC superheroes and villains. I just think it would be pretty intense. Hey, Dragon, this start might look familiar, if you know what I mean. Can you make it that Dragon only gets nerds? You made it, but I learned because since I've used this numerous times, I've learned how to actually improve it a little bit more, Dragon. But I still I try to use at least still the basis of this, you know. Itchy neck. So you won't be watching my stream. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you not watch my stream? How dare you care about Digimon? I thought we were friends. Nah, I'm just kidding. Go enjoy Digimon, homie. I know. I'm just joking with you, homie. The first time I joined, I couldn't hear anything. The second time I joined, it crashed. It was a lot of the bitrate issues I was trying to fix. Sorry about that. You know what? Yeah, that'll still be enough. And that will actually be better. That works. Awesome. Cool. Because as I was saying, Dragon, I figured out how, because I made anti-soft lock a one screen level, and I used kind of like this, and I found out how to use way more extra pipes. So I'm like, and I thought with that idea,
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
and I thought with that, what people complain most about this, Dragon, is that there's no pipe to go from main world to subworld. So that's what I'm gonna do, because I feel like this version makes sense to have it. You know, to have a pipe that will go from the main world to subworld. So it's like if he wants to go from real to testing, he could switch that way instead of having to be like, oh, I gotta endorse myself through a reel to get to the testing. Also, Glenn, I might have an idea for your contest now that I have visualized it in my mind. Ooh, I can't wait. Oh, and also Phoenix, because I'm going to show you since you're here. I am making a 3D level. I don't know if you ever remember my adventure series where I had red pipe adventure, blue pipe adventure, yellow pipe adventure, green pipe adventure, and blue leather pipe adventure. Someone said I should do a clear pipe adventure. So that's what I've been making. A clear pipe adventure, which is going to be the final in the pipe adventure series. I had thought about something, Dragon, because I said to myself, people are gonna be able to cheese a show, aren't they? I forgot. I think it's this, right? That it won't hurt you. Yeah, but you can't bring a show. But then Too bad I can't have more than one. Because I feel like someone might be like, I'll have to do that in testing, but because I just thought about that too as well. Like, what if someone comes from like the sub to the main with like a shell and throw it? You can more just, I mean, I don't have to have this in forest. I just put it in forest because I wanted it something different. I could have it like ghost house or whatever. Because then I could have like, you know, 2 here. Where one goes down and one goes up. So there'll always be like a rotating, I forgot because since I have it nighttime. So, where one goes up and one goes down, so then there's always. I don't know, like I said, I'll have to test when I come with the show and seeing if it's possible. I'll just continue making, you know what I mean? And then I'll figure out that other pipe situation, you know? Because I want the subworld to be... I want the subworld to be basically... where he's gonna basically be able to practice. But like... not be where... Like, I want the subworld to be that this is somewhere he could practice the show. Like, he'll go in a door and be like, alright, this is where you could practice the shell jumps. But, like, not be able to bring a... not be... Well, one ways might help, but I don't know. The one ways probably are going to help. Never mind. But I'm still gonna do it just in case. Yeah, no, you meant you did Ghost House because it's October. I got you. Yeah, but I hope the new Digimon game though is to, I hope you're not like getting excited and it's gonna be a flop. You know what I mean? I also didn't realize that the Galaxy 2 released today. The Galaxy 1 and 2 bundle. I was like, oh yeah. I honestly forgot about it. Until I looked in the store and went, oh yeah. You know? The reviews so far are promising. Well, that's good, man. I mean, sometimes reviews, I'd say, don't always give games good light. Because, like, there's some games that some people have said to me that they didn't like or whatever. But I liked it. So, I feel like it's also, I feel like it's also like a trial for people. It's my guess, maybe like a. Well, I'm kind of broke at the moment. I bought the game today and had to fill up my car with gas. Wow, that's funny. Man, this could be the pipe that goes between both of them. Priorities. Exactly. Priorities? What is priorities? I never heard of these priorities. Are they magical titties? I mean, I would hope so, Phoenix. Yeah, he's like, lol. We're messing with Dragon too much now. I forgot something in the main, which is why I'm back in the main. Here we go. All right. Okay. I now have a pipe that goes from main world to subworld. I'm gonna probably have this be a different color so then people could at least... When does that game come out anyway, Phoenix? Is this soon already? I've been losing track of when games come out. Like I said, I already forgot that the Galaxy 1 and 2 bundle came out today. I was like, what? 16th of October? Okay, that's not too bad. I think this one's probably going to be the only one with a pipe for reset. All right, so this is okay. So I want the subworld to be practice and the main to be the real test. What do you think of that concept, Dragon? I asked One-Eyed Tiger if he like, because he said he wanted me to do a show training level, and I said I feel like I've done so many of those that I said to him the idea of why don't I do like half training, half actual, like half you actually have to do them. You know what I mean? Like half training, half like for real. Like here, if he misses a show jump, he'll be able to, retry it again and stuff like that. But the other one, if he misses it, then obviously if he misses it, then obviously game over. All right. Okay. I was trying to figure out how to minimize this while still giving the player everything they need. I think this is cheesable if I'm correct. Yeah. So one more should be good. And then if I'm correct, if they miss, yep, can go back. Should be able to, even if, maybe I should make it a 2 then. I think the 2 would be perfect then. Sorry, I'm trying to think of every possible way if people miss it. Okay. I think the 2 is good now. Thing is, I think I'm gonna have to move this above one screen. Because I'm like, I have it one more. Alright, time to move it above one screen. Sag. I don't think that's possible. I mean, I could probably do like the applause when they make it to the top. So it's like clap, clap, clap. But like, I don't know if that'd be a pig if, because the problem with that, Phoenix, is the predictability of where the player is going to be is the issue. Like the applause, the applause would be easy. You know what I mean? I could do it like right here when they get on top, they get the applause. But the pig fart when they fail, that predictability would be hard. And this is the only area where I think where we're gonna have to have a reset pipe. So I think. But I do like that idea though, Phoenix. I'm not hating on the idea, but like I said, it's just tough because of, like I said, the predictability. Because if you put a pig fart on you and die, I don't think it would do the pig fart, I think. Because that would probably be the only way that would be easy to predict. That's perfect. I did it that way then. For the lowercase r. Reset. There we go. And then the person has a reset pipe now. The player obviously won't know that is a reset pipe, so arrow. I think the trick should not be many for the practice. You know, like I feel like every room should be a shell trick, but maybe like a different version. I don't know. What do you Dragon, what do you think on that? What's your opinion on that one, and anyone else for the? Because my brain goes, maybe I should have like this shell jump maybe 1 or 2 times, because half of it is practice and half of it is the real deal. You know what I mean? And to also force players go into a certain practice. You know what I mean? I guess I could take out all the coins in the subworld then, you know what I mean? Because you got to remember, the subworld is the practice, you know what I mean? Well, he wanted shell jumping practice, Phoenix. He didn't specifically said. He said he wanted a shell jumping training level. And then I asked him, I feel like I made 1 million of those. Could I do like a practice and then test? All right, Dragon. Fine. Yeah, thank you so much for the raid, T-Walls. Greatly appreciate it. How you doing, homie? All right, now can you answer my other question now, Dragon? Since, like I said, since I know he said he wanted shell jumping, like, should I do like one, and should I do like this twice? Like have him practice like obviously it'll be this shell jumping that he could practice. Should I do it once? And I know I shouldn't do more because to leave room for the other doors, unless I change it overall. I don't know. Because since this section isn't going to really be I'm doing pretty good, T-Wells. We're making a level. If he can't do a regular shell jump, Phoenix, would feel bad if I put an assisted double. Just saying. My question wasn't asking about the tricks. My question was how many you think. Like, should I do 2? And then be like, okay, now you can move on? I think that's where my brain's going. What? I was gonna say my question was, should I do it as like 2? 1 or 2 that they could practice on, and then be like, okay. Okay, I guess it's true. Yeah.
Hey, pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
I am the mayor of Stupid Town, so fuck you, Phoenix. I guess. I'm gonna just do 2 for now for the first bit. And he said maybe 1 because it could practice as much. But I'm gonna just do 2 for now. And then, because I want to see how much room this is gonna take. You know what I mean? Because I decided to remove that to kind of just leave this be like one more just one secluded area, you know. No, I know. I'm just like, I'm thinking. Not disappointed, just thinking of like, I don't know, maybe because when I made other levels that was practicing, I made a person do a trick 1 or 2, like 1 to 3-ish times, but I never had like a practice / real thing.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
So that, but I gotta see how much room this is gonna take up too, you know? Because I don't know how much. The real thing is gonna be fine, because I feel like the real thing is just 1. You know what I mean? It's 1 and done. They're not gonna do like probably, because I know I do have to make this friendly for since it's for one-eyed tiger. So if they're like obviously the real deal, which is why they're the problem will be is the coin situation. No, wait. Pipe. Never mind. Idiot form. But yeah. You don't have to take my advice just because my idea is different from what you were thinking. No, I know. I'm just... Because I'm thinking about maybe this room just be the 4 doors instead of having that little extension, you know? And then this room could be the room that the person practices the shell jump off a mole or something. Off a mole. But yeah, I'm happy to hear you're doing good, T-Walls. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. Did we get a shout out for T-Walls? Well, I want to know what he was playing. My brain went to another dimension. Because I was having an inner argument with Dragon Hunter. Oh, you were playing Pokemon. Oh, shit. T-Walls, I'm sad because freaking Fire Red, Fire Red and Leaf Green are better, so I'm ashamed. Nah, Omega, Ruby and Sapphire are pretty fun. I might have to do this one more higher, because I know you can go a little bit higher with the, I'm just gonna do it 2 more just to play it safe. There we go. Ruby stuff was alright, but Emerald... Oh, no, I agree. Emerald, out of the whole Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald was better because it was technically both of them together. So yeah, I agree. I think that is correct. Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh, that is right into bonk territory, too. Alright, so... I think what I loved the most, weirdly, Phoenix, was decorating my little cave. No, I mean I liked a lot of the parts, but I don't know why I weirdly liked the cave part a little more. I loved doing that weirdly. I think that's so weird about sound effects. Technically, I don't even think I need this because that was to prevent the thing that's not gonna exist in this. I like that most you could do put special effects on your Pokeball. I don't think I played Pearl in Platinum. The fuck? I was gonna say, I'll make you hydrate these nuts. But I'll hydrate because I should turn on the light. B-Bart. Yo! How's it going? That is true. Thank you for hanging out, Phoenix. Hope you have a good one, homie. And I was gonna say I would catch you tomorrow, but you're not gonna be here because you're gonna be too busy playing Digimon. I am doing pretty good. I just realized I became a VIP to my job because I notice every time they need somebody to clean up the mess that someone else made because they did a bad job, they're like, "Hey, Glenn, we need someone that we know will do good." I know, I hope I can make a nice, cool beat on that beat thing on Sunday, Phoenix. I'm excited to try it. I've had a couple different, like, not my supervisors, but like I had a head nurse today was like, "Wow, you do really good job over here. I wish I could keep you here." And then yesterday I had like the head department in pharmacy, like the head honcho there was like, "Wow, I really like you. Can you suddenly forget how to do all the other jobs except pharmacy?" Like basically because like she's like she's like I hate how, she was telling me how she was hating how resourceful I am, and it makes me laugh. Yeah, and I've already been flexing on us. You want to hear another flex play? I was kind of offered to even become a supervisor, but I said I want to think about it, and I've only been this job for 4 months. There's the real flex if you want it. That. What gets me, there's two things that get me worried. Okay? One, it's salary. And why that gets me nervous is because people sometimes can get fucked over that get paid salary. And I'm like, ooh. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to take that risk. Yeah, you get no overtime. They can make you work so many hours if they want you to. Like, they'd be like, hey, you got to do, you got to do 12-hour shifts every day. And you're like, fuck. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn. But number two thing that gets me worried, right, is the position is for the second shift supervisor, which means I would have to work from 3 p.m. 3 to 11. That's not what gets me worried, because I could just change my streaming schedule if I could change my streaming schedule, blah 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 blah, and that shit. But what gets me worried was they said possibility of working the third shift manager's job. Have to be flexible to maybe do his area. And if you don't know his starting time is 11 p.m. to 7 in the morning. And you know what I say for that late of a shift? That I would do 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. But if I have to do a shift that is fucking 11 p.m. to 7 in the morning, this is what I say to that. Oh wow, that's crazy. All right. So brain was thinking, sorry. So exactly. I was like, no. I sat down even with the hiring person and said that, like, I even sat down with a regular person and was like, how many times would I have to do the third shift's spot? Would I be told? The funny part was, I'm not even lying to you. When I said to them, would I be notified 24 hours in advance? They had no answer for that. They just kind of like tiptoed around it and just said, oh, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. Like, not even answered directly, like yes or no. And I'm just like, I was like, I can imagine if, let's say I did apply for it, because I didn't apply for it. They offered, and I said, I got to think about it. But I could imagine that, like, I could apply for it, and then they would call me, right? They would call me at freaking, like, 2 o'clock, an hour before my shift, and be like, hey, you're going to work the third shift's manager job today. And I'd be like, the fuck? That means they call out a lot. Yeah. I mean, I can't blame them, Dragon, because, dude, that shift is 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Dude, I told myself I would never do a night shift again after doing night shifts in the past. So I'm like, so yeah. Also, I'm getting distracted. All right, so for this, I'm gonna have it be a left, shell jump, because like I say, he does have to get practice and everything. You know what I mean? Our guys used to work 10. Yeah, I mean, I've worked the later shift. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? I worked it. I'm not saying I won it. I mean, technically now I said I won it because fuck that. But like, it just got me concerned. It got me just concerned when they had no answer for, like, if, you know, when they had no answer for how frequently would I have to do this. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's kind of what got me truly concerned, because I'm like, this is it screamed sussy baka to me, you know what I mean? Because I was like, you should know if they give a, especially since he's the hiring guy, should know if they give a 24-hour notice on that. And it makes me concerned that I ain't gonna get it. That if like I say, I did not tell them yes. I told them I do have to think about it. Because in my mind, it makes me think they're wanting me, who's a really good worker, to work this shitty ass position and suddenly hate my job. Because I like the job. You know what I mean? I like my job right now. I don't dislike it. And yeah, which, like I said, has got me concerned. Left shell jumps, is that even a real thing? Yes. Oh, M-check. You're gonna get into ads. So, because I want you to listen, because you asked me how you have turbo. Well, I'm sorry.
Here, it's a small pine tree.
I kind of pressed that before you said you had turbo.
And this is for you.
Thanks.
I totally agree with you, because I've done third shift and I hated it, and it always was moments notice. HR people usually, yes. Okay, so sorry. And check, you asked me a question the other day too. If I think it was you, if I remember, that said to me, how come I always think of level ideas, right? So remember I told you some ideas I thought of that I said you could kind of expand on some of your ideas, and like how I showed you like the consistency levels and the other thing. Here's another thing, right? So like, I made this series here, right, called One Screen Speedrun. As you probably know, and I think I've shown you these levels, where they're one screen. Basically, they go into 5, so you know. And you're probably like, okay, why am I telling you this? There's this level, which is such a genius idea in itself. It is a 60-second speedrun level that is all the one-screen speedruns in one. And I'm like, oh my god, that's literally like, if I really wanted to, I could have been cheap and did like one screen speedrun 1 and 2 in 1, and then Sorry, I thought someone was knocking at my door. as I was saying, I could have been cheap if I wanted to. I'm check. I could have been cheap, and I could have done like speedrun 1 and 2, right? Speedrun 1 and 2 in one level. Speedrun 3 and 4 in another, and then eventually all 5 if I wanted. But I didn't really want to do it that way. So instead, I just did this one, which is called the one screen speedrun fusion, which is all 5 one screen speedruns in one level. And like I said, that this level in itself was just kind of, and if you think about it, just a simple idea. It was just me copying my own levels, but making it one whole level. And a lot of people actually said they liked it too. Like I think TDK said it was really good, me combining all of them, because he said it literally fits. He said it fits very well how all the levels like fit to to make to basically make it feel like, he thought it was funny that he's like, this is actually a really good idea that I made it basically, like all of them in one, because it literally it's such a weird and good, it's such a easy, like I said, it's such an easy an idea, but like also a good idea at the same time, you know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, I could have if I wanted to, but I'm just trying to because you asked me for some of my inner mind thoughts, so I was helping you. And here's another one. I had this adventure level where it was like red. I think I told you about that. The red pipe adventure, the blue pipe, the green whatever, and then I can't remember if it was you or someone else said, why don't I do a clear pipe adventure? And now I'm making that. I'm making a clear pipe adventure. And all it is basically kind of like wall jumping in some 3D tech. Because look at this. It's pretty simple. It's not even like... Ah! I gotta get a little bit better at that. Oh. But you see what I mean, though? I'm making it, as you see, it's like pretty simple. It's not like not too difficult. The red coins are mandatory. And then when you get there, you jump off that. And then you do like one last twirl up. That will get you the checkpoint. And then... wonder if I have to... oh, I might have to get good at that. I'm not sure if I've ever done a left. Okay, no, that's easier than I thought. Okay, never mind. But yeah, as you see, it's not like it's like I say, it's a simple like design. Some stuff to obviously prevent some cheese and obstacles and other things like that. But no, I get that. I get that in check. I mean, what I'm trying to tell you is it's okay to also have easier levels. That's what I'm trying to tell you, you know what I mean? It's okay to have easier levels, and it's okay to have harder levels, you know what I mean? You don't have to feel like you always have to make harder levels, just cause. That's all I'm trying to tell you, man. And I'm also telling you, you got more ideas than what you probably think you do. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, some people don't. When people say they don't have ideas, it's like, do you really not have ideas? Because it's like I could probably think of a couple ideas for you, but my brain also never shuts the fuck up. And was that for me helping you, like going, wait a minute, you know, when I was saying this and that and this and that, you know? Awesome. Happy to hear that. Happy to hear it helped you, you know? I mean, I'm probably the man to see if you need some level ideas. Hopefully you're doing good, anti-soft lock. Oh, and dude, M-Check, freaking, I gotta do one more fix on the Halloween level, and it's done for at least the main world. For the, I'm so happy. I wish I could show it off, but you know. Well, technically, I think Trishgate was streaming his, so I guess I could show it off, in a sense. I'm gonna say Trishgate was streaming his. All right, Dragon. Now you see why I was saying maybe more than one of the trick. Like, I know you say, yeah, practice, but like, look how much space there is now in the sub. I'm not saying like it has to be three, but like 2 per trick or something. That's what I was thinking in my brain. Because look at this. This one has 2. This one's 2. This one's just 1. And then the real deal could obviously just be 1. Because it'll be 1 and done. While practice, it'd be like, really get, because why I think my brain thinks I need to have more than 1 is because when you practice something, what do? You do something over and over and over until you get it right, or until you get used to doing it right, you know what I mean? But what up, Clayclan? I gotta do that fix, but I gotta do this. So, but I can't. But yeah, M-Check. Like I said, I can technically show it off on stream now, in a sense. I mean, you gotta think. I know you. Okay, realistically though, Dragon. Like, be honest, right? Realistically, how many times are you gonna see someone go from this to go back down? Whoops. I also have this the wrong way. There we go. Sorry. Realistically, How many times are you gonna actually see the person go down after they get to the top? I know you would think, you gotta remember, I know you would think if, let's say you were say you were bad at lefts like that, and then you finally hit one, right? How many times do you think someone's gonna go down and be like, all right, let me get another practice? No, they're gonna probably climb up and be like, all right, bye. And you know I'm telling the truth on that, Dragon. Because I've seen it so many times when I give people practice levels that they wouldn't really jump back down to do it again. They'd probably just be like, all right, I'm done, bye. You would get more practice? You're lying for Dragon. I mean, I'll do it, I guess, for... Depends on if it's learning or just practice. Yeah, but yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like, basically, what I want for my idea is I want the subworld to be that if Mcheck wants, he could come and practice the tricks, right? Like, basically here is the standing shell jump, and he gets a shellmet. You know what I mean? And then in that, I made him do it twice. No, I guess it's true, yeah. It would be more work for me, I guess, in a sense. But I'll just leave this one too. And then this one, and if they want to keep doing it, I guess I'll leave it, because I did make it that they can go back through the door and, you know, do it again and stuff like that. Because, as you see, I put vines in them. But as I was saying, this one's a standing shell jump. This one's the regular shell jump, which is off a mole. And then a left standing, and then a left off the mole. Because I know he requested shell jumps, and I'm not trying to do... I like your input, Dragon, of what you said, like the back shot and all that stuff. But I know he said shell jumps, so I don't want to, like... I'm not trying to give him too much advance. I know that's not too far advanced, but I think you know what I'm trying to say in a sense. I'm not trying to be like, hey, you got to do all these other tricks, and he might be like, but I asked for a shell jump training level or whatever. You know what I mean? Are you gonna force them with I'll show you a back shot, Dragon, on Zip. Sorry, I had to. I'm kidding. I don't know. I'll have to see how many pipes I have, because you gotta remember, I already used so far 2. We use this pipe and this pipe, because this is the pipe for them to be able to go back from main to sub. I did this because I mean, they shouldn't be able to bring a shell from practice. Oh wait, they might be able to still. Because I just thought about that. Dragon, they might be able to. Because, like, I just thought about it, the cheese. Because it's like, what if they went like... Oh, fuck. Fine, you get up there then, bitch. God. See? And then I'm here. Well, okay, I crashed into that, but I could have technically jumped and thrown in there and get the key and not do one of the real ones. I mean, I could... So, like, how I had... Oh. I mean, technically, this doesn't matter. I could... I don't know. Oh my god. Turn the pipe. Fuck. Alright, there we go. Now I flipped it. Now the pipe to go into the sub is here. Because like I say, I don't think it's necessary for fishes because you can't really grab it. You can grab the red coin without hitting the Kaisers, by the way. What? This one? I guess. Okay. Well, I still have to have room for the door. Because the key door is going to be there. You know what I mean? Okay. There you go. I think with this flip, it's probably better. Because since this is the main pipe anyway. That people are going to bring stuff with, I feel like that's better. You know what I mean? Well, this one, it doesn't look like they could really bring a Shummet with them, right? Because... Oh. I mean, for this one, I don't think they could cheese it, right? They can't really cheese it, you know what I mean? But, do you care about the Shummet on their head? I don't think so, I mean, technically they would get a two hit on the, the real deal. That'd probably be the only thing, but other than that, they want to get cheese from, like, if they brought another show. Because with the one ways, they can't go back. And then with me flipping him, they shouldn't be able to bring a show, right? Oh, I don't know. Was that lucky that I was able to do that? Because I was able to. I don't know if you saw a quick. But I don't think they should. Right? They shouldn't be able to get out of this. But yeah. Yeah, but I also the problem is I don't want to have like a forced. All right, now I can see the problem. All right, is that better? So they could still get the checkpoint, it's still one-way gap, and then boom. Yes. There we go. There we go. Now it prevents them from bringing a shell here. The pipe up top, like I say, is for if they're like, all right, I still need more practice. They can come back here and they can practice. You know? And then like I say, the real deal is the trick once for real. With no like, whoops. With no help. But the only problem now is that they can have a showman dragon, but I feel like maybe I should just accept that one. Because then I feel like then I'll be starting to force too much, if that makes sense. Would I be able to fit it in this small area? Because I'm like thinking I can kind of keep this one screen. If you think I have to make it bigger, I guess I could do it. But so far I've been able to fit everything on this whole one screen, which has been nice. Because I could probably fit, obviously, the real deal stuff. This is the entrance of the real deal. What do you mean? Oh, what? Oh, I could put it coming out of this pipe here with these you're talking about? Or like right here up top at the exit? This is all the real deal. What do you mean? Oh, you know what my problem is? I'm bad at fucking explaining myself. And you're probably not getting what I'm trying to say. And I'm like, it's the real deal. Okay, so every door the player goes in, it's the real deal of the trick they practice. Except now there's no safety nets. You know what I mean? Like basically, they're gonna go in that door. I'm trying to set it up. The door's not gonna be on the ground, which probably didn't make it look good. So the thing's not gonna be in the ground. They're now gonna they're gonna have a beetle here. Or a shelmet here, sorry, I should say. Actually, a beetle, doesn't matter. And then the wall for their shell jump. And then if they fuck up, they fuck up. No, like, you know? I'll have it be showman right here. There we go. So then you gotta make it. No fuck up. No fuck ups and no misses. It could be right before these doors. Well, you gotta remember there's gonna be several doors, but yeah. Because that's the concept that like I said, that's the concept I thought of for the, like I said, the real deal. To real deal. Each of those on the other end, it can strip the shellmet if they have one. The contraption could be right there at the door, at the exit. This door? You're talking about? I don't know what contraption you're talking about. You're telling me a contraption. I don't know what contraption you're talking about. And then you said, bruh. I don't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. It's just a couple of sprites. Okay. And that is... Okay. Would it work if they... Would it not harm the player if they don't have a shellmet, though? That's the thing. Okay. So what is it? So I can do the... I could put the contraption, I guess. Because I don't know what this contraption is. Okay, sounds good. I will sit and wait, I guess. Or I guess I will build this part. This one, because since this is the real deal, I gotta do All right, now I got the checkpoint. Oh yeah, for the Halloween contest, yeah. And why I have to say that way is I feel like if I didn't, at first I was gonna do no nighttime ghost, but the nighttime ghost would be a really good theme, but it also has to be used in the right way, which means you can't like have every single which means you can't be using can't use like the really like sorry, my brain is not braining. Basically what I'm saying is why I had to put that, because people have been confused about it, is because I'm like, I have to say use it the right way, because then basically some people will just purposely put like really dark levels for no reason. You know what I mean? And then people would not make it the right way. It's the problem. You know, people just would constantly put like, you know, like I said, would just constantly put like dark areas for no reason, and then people would die in those areas, and then people would make purposely not good levels. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say in a sense. Sorry, M-Check, my brain was not braining for that moment. Basically, people would make purposely bad levels, and that's what the problem was when I had the win level contest. People were purposely making bad levels, I swear, with some of them, you know. But I was like, okay, let me see if I could find a way to prevent that. And then my prevention idea was that, like, you know, like I say, the no ghost house, but like ooh, excuse me, the no ghost house, no nighttime ghost house. But I'm like, oh, maybe it could be like but then someone came up, told me a good point of like, oh, you know, it might ruin the like ones if they want a spooky vibe. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's right. That's true. So I'm like, you know what? You have to use it correctly, you know, because if you don't use it, because you know, I still want people to, you know, you gotta have to use lighting and stuff, but you can't be like the pitchiest of pitches, darkest black, and like, and basically like, you know, purposely make it like super, you know what, I think you know what I'm trying to say. People try to purposely make it bad, you know what I mean? People purposely try to make it like super dark and super bad for no reason, you know? I think I can come up with a really cool way to use it if I could pull it off. Awesome, M-Check, awesome. Also, M-Check, if you do exclamation mark brownie, I have 1,000 different brownie flavors. Hey, you got ginger pear brownie. Nice. All right, let me see this set up. What the fuck is this? Where the hell did you find this shit, Dragon? Gotcha. I'm like, what? Okay. I think I might have to do this above one screen now, sadly, Dragon, which sucks. Because look at this. Look at my motion. And I'm like, how am I going to get the player to go from... I mean, I guess I could do this where... Like, I guess that could work in a sense, right? Or wait, Dragon. I could be like... And then boom. But then people might be like, what? Yeah. Well, I'm doing it this way because, like, I want the test to still be like how you showed me how to make that red coin. Like, I'm still trying to keep that same concept of it. Oh, what's gonna... Oh, actually, no, it won't suck because when the player does the next real trick, which would be the left shell jump, they could just jump up here when they get over here. So, no, never mind. I was like, wait, on their way back, it might suck, you know? Also, when are you gonna do your brownie, Dragon? There's a dragon fruit brownie. You know, was curious if you were gonna get it because I thought it'd be hilarious. I don't like brownies. All right, unmod Dragon Hunter / ban Dragon Hunter / unfriend Dragon Hunter. See, this is what I was afraid of. You got a tomato brown. You know what? It might be better than what you think. I'm kidding. It'd probably be shit. But I think this concept is a smart idea. I'm gonna make your setup, but I'm gonna do like the tricks first, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna make the setup you showed me. Oh shit, I forgot to move. There you go. Oh. Well, thank you for improving it to not be jank. Oh my god. We need this. We need this written down in history. The dragon fixed something so it wasn't going to be jank. Nah, I appreciate you fixing it for me, Obi. But as I was saying, I'm gonna make it. I'm just gonna, like I say, I'm just gonna make the setups, make the things, you know, and then I'll make that contraption, you know. Wait, Dragon took something jank and de-jankified it? I know, right? I'm Chuck. Actually, ooh, I like this. It lets me use the bridge. Lets me use the bridge like I did in the in the last one. Oh, and I'm also putting cheese right here. Proof thing. Because I figure someone skillful enough would probably be able to show jump that way. Someone might be like, oh, I don't want to do a left. Let me do it right. Ha, you do left, and you gotta fucking like it, bitch. Also, I thought that could. So that means I gotta fix the other one then. Better. Alright, I want to make sure. That's not what I wanted. Thank you. Okay, good. Technically, you could do a left if you want, but I don't think that that probably doesn't matter, right? Or should I probably do something about it, I guess? I don't think that matters, right? For that one, right, Dragon? Or should I do a, like how I did for this left, maybe make them forced to do the right, I guess? Hey, look at that, Dragon. I actually made that more nicer. So now they're not trying to have to go through a 2 gap when they get done with this trick. Because this one way is not going to prevent them from... Obviously, they're not going to... They're going to do the trick and they can't go back. You know? Even though technically the red coins still prevent that. But you know why I was trying to do that in a sense. All right, with those, it should prevent the it should force the right. Which this they can't go that way now. And then look at that, it makes that more nicer. Look at that, I like that. Makes it so much more nicer. Also, I'm going to seal that off again. But now that makes me want to do a thing for here, I guess. I mean, technically, can't really do, but you know, just to make the other ones feel equal. I forgot how you set this one up, wasn't it? Oh, you put B to do it. Wasn't it like a trick here or something? Or no, because no, this one was like a pipe into another pipe, and then that B into D. B into D and then D into... Oh, okay, so this one is basically... this one, I guess it's a... call it a rest. So, random question, Dragon. If I remember, you say you drink coffee. Are you caffeinated or decaf? I know it's a random ass question, but I was like, I thought I remember you saying you liking coffee or something. Big caffeine guy. Gotcha. So I have another dumb question. How come hold on. How come, as I was trying to say, sorry, my brain spaced out because I was trying to do some math. How come sometimes caffeine doesn't work for people? You know what I mean? Because like, if I have coffee, right, it doesn't do anything for me. You know, like I literally get like no energy, nothing from it. It is like, it is basically like if I was a fire type Pokemon, and if I was a fire type Pokemon, and like And I can't think of a better analogy. You know what I'm trying to say? It basically has no effect, and my brain goes, "How come this shit has no effect on me?" You know. It's not magic. People say it doesn't, but it just chemical reaction in your brain occupies the same. Gotcha. I guess my brain just goes, this does no effect on me. Because when I drink when I drink like caffeinated drinks, I have to have decaf. You know what I mean? And I know you thought that was funny. I just kind of just... I know you thought it was funny and maybe a dumb question for it, but I was just genuinely curious because I'm just like, how come this shit has no effect on me? And it's like, sometimes I wish it would. You know what I mean? Like I say, I know it's not magic, but it's like... I was just always curious, you know what I mean? So caffeine doesn't really give you energy unless you take a bunch of sugar too. Dude, I have 5 sugars and I'm still like... I'm still like, I am unfazed. I feel nothing. I tell people I basically wake up. I basically like awake better naturally than I am fucking like, you know, than needing coffee. I'm like, caffeine has no effect on me. Oh, does that setup work out of a pipe? Sorry, another dumb question. Because I have a pipe now. You might have to make a pipe setup. Also, I think I have 1 pipe less. Because I just realized that. Yeah, what the fuck did this pipe go to? C? Where the fuck does C go? Wait, my brain's not mathing. Did I do way less pipes than what I thought? No, because this is... Okay, the pipe is in the main world, right? This is... Yeah. This is the main world. That goes into the subworld. Subworld. Yep. Which I have it here. Which then makes it go back into the... Oh, yes. I did it right. I just didn't do an extra pipe. My brain's like... But yes, let me know. And then I will do the remaining you know, remaining setups for the other ones. All right, now there we go. All right, now I can make the setup for the doors, and then you let me know if that works for the pipe. I have it now. All right, this is going to be interesting to make. God. What the fuck did you get this to not I hate this about Mario Maker. Things are connecting and I don't want it to connect. There we go, Jesus Christ. Okay. Wait, is it wrong? Don't I have it right? This is exactly how you gave it to me, right? No? Yeah, pipe's gone up. I mean, spring's gone up. Munch here. So I should check to make sure, I think it's the first door, that I don't get hurt without a helmet. That's gonna suck. For test. Yo, John, how's it going? By the way, I hate it when Maker gives me a shell jump with a helmet. What if they put it accidentally on? How about you get good? Does that work? But isn't that good? That setup would be worse with it than Dragon, because then look, if you get a push, then you're gonna have to react like so fast. I only knew because like I changed it to a shell. Yeah, but couldn't that also be cheese? Sorry, I just thought about that, Dragon. Maybe? Right? I don't know. Or do you mean like without the parachute? I could... What is this Kaizo you speak of? I only know of Team Jamp. I don't even know what Kaizo is. Done. Alright. Now, the tough part is going to be recreating this for the left. You know what I mean? I do hate that it springs you forward, if that makes sense. I wish it didn't, but... Oh god, what's this? Did you make another new version? Oh, just what it looks like with the pipe. I was gonna say, I kind of wish it just didn't spring you forward. Okay, I mean, with that one, it seems nice. And thank you for the pipe one. That part's kind of annoying. Yeah. What's going to be now annoying is figuring out how to flip this.
Boo 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 bop, beep boo boo bop. Boo boo.
Yeah,
beep,
thank you so
bop,
much for the follow, Jogan. Greatly appreciate it.
Bop. Beep. Boo boo bop.
You know what, Dragon Hunter? I love you, homie. You thought I was gonna say something else, but you were wrong. I had to throw you off. Like, wait a minute. Okay, I could take out the screenshots now of it. I think this is it. Yep. I downloaded the image. There we go. Because what I'm doing is I'm cheating, Dragon. I'm using my paint to basically flip it. So I don't have to be like, wait, how the fuck do I build this? You know? Good idea. Thank you. I downloaded your image and then I flipped it. Because I was like, how do I make this the other way? Because then I would start confusing my brain of what goes where. I'm like, I feel like this probably should be one higher, right? Ah, yes, perfect. So that's where it should be. So I was having it one. Yeah, right there. There we go. I was talking to myself. Ignore my brain. Oh, and then obviously the more important part that I kind of forgot. There we go. Oh yeah, yes. Sorry. I've remembered why I was doing it this way in the first place. And if you're confused why I'm having them be resettable, is because it's big brain. Because I thought about, what if they explode when you're doing the trick? Let's say I choose this door and I do this trick, right? And then I came here, this one exploded, and then that one exploded, and then now I'm fucked when I do the full run. You know what I mean? So I'm like, wait a minute. I should make this be like, you know. At least for the legit run. The practice, well, I did for the practice, but yeah. Good idea. Yeah. Thank you. I am thinking ahead before I like have to do the real run. What up, Mr. Twister? How you doing, homie? We're making One-Eyed Tiger's level, which he wanted a shell jump training level, and then I told him I made like 5 million of those. So I asked him if I could do half training, half real instead. And he said, sure, he likes that idea. So that is what I'm doing. And also, Dragon, I'm going to be saving these setups. Why? I don't know. Who knows if I'll ever need them again, but I'm saving them part of my setups. Who knows when I will ever need these 2 random ass setups again. But Mr. Twister, how you doing, homie? Happy to see you here. Hopefully you're doing well. I have 5 level requests to do because when it was my birthday, I had basically like a 5 channel point that you could redeem me, make you a level. So basically, people took advantage of that. Not gonna blame them for it. I'm not like, oh, how dare they, you know? I did that purposely. I told people purposely I was going to on my birthday, you know? Because I said it was like my little birthday gift to the community, you know? So, Dragon, if I don't one-shot this level, you need to promise me to unfollow me. No, I'm kidding. You'd be like, what? You know what? I don't expect it any less. Also, I feel like this is totally a whole different setup, how you have it, but I'm here for it. Also, where the fuck do you land when you come out? That's where I gotta figure out. Is it like... Okay, so it's like... that way. Got it. Mock who? Me? No. Dragon would mock me. Because One-Eyed Tiger requested that I made a that I make a shell jumping training level, right? Oh, he's a killer. So, and then I told him, because since I made like 5 million of them, I said to him, hey, can I make like half training, half like not training, you know what I mean? Half like real thing, you know what I mean? And he said, you know what? Sure. That sounds like a good idea. And I went, all right, cool. Did I do this setup right, Dragon? I'm already not fucking... My brain's like... I think that's right? From the pipe? My brain is not braining this. I don't know why. Missing the slope. Do I have to have the slope? Is it necessary? Also, I can't see the... Is like the setup here, is slope here, I'm guessing? Oh, it's for like the one-way bit, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, so is this fine that I didn't do the slope for here? As long as like, since I can't go back in that for those? Because I just realized I didn't make the slope in these. But I also did that. I don't know, test it. I think it should be good. And then this one, is good. That one's good. Yes, yes, yes. So this is when I gotta test. Should be good, right? Oh, technically I forgot to do this that you have of the spring leaving the earth. But I don't think... Is that bad? I mean... Okay, so I mean, it could be like that, like how I have the other one. Because that's how I have the other ones with no slope like that. And now I'm like, oh, now I'm here. Boom. Alright, there's only one of them I'm concerned in, and that's this one. Why I'm concerned is that path does look a little small. So I'm gonna see if I can fix that a little. So I'm maybe like 2 more. We'll do 3 more. There we go. That feels way better for me. I'm also like, even though yes, this is the real deal, I want it to still be like, hey. I mean, yeah, it's gonna still have like the no mercy that if they mess up, they mess up. But it's like, I don't want it to be like you die because of that contraption. You know what I mean, Dragon? So that's why I'm like, at least give him like some reaction for it. I think this is good now. I'm gonna do this maybe by 1 more. Do you want to put an arrow directing them up to the bridge in case they can't figure out where to go? Oh, are you talking about from here? Oh, yeah, sure. There we go. And I think that's the only bridge, because this one you can't really go anywhere, you know? They'd be like, huh? And they're like, oh. And then they'd be like, ah. I'm just gonna, there we go. So if they come in, they'd be like, wait a minute. Alright, I think the level's done now, basically. I mean, all I need left is just the key door for GG, and then I think that's it. Because the main world's done. Because now we have all this set up. There's no keys anymore, so now they can practice. I left the first one for 2. We'll just have that one 1, that one 1. This one I should put it 1 higher because I think this is 1 too low. Because I was like, give me the showman. I need to test this. Because I think this is... That's not what I meant. Alright, that's good. Oh. Oh, hey, that was a good test. See if the reset room was good. So that was a good test. And that should be good. They can't spin. You think that should be good, right, Dragon? I shouldn't make it one more. Part of my brain's like maybe I should do one more higher, but I'm like I think that should be good. They can't. He can't spin jump it. I mean, I know it won't hurt to put it one more, but it's also like not trying to make it like the highest. I'm not trying to make it the highest, you know, shell jump. Because I'm so, like I say, I'm trying to make it friendly, you know what I mean? I mean, there's still one way you could still technically cheese it, Dragon. But you're probably like, what? If I was better at this, it'd be like this. You know what I mean? But that's probably the only way, I guess. No, I know. I'm not saying I want a way to prevent it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's the only way I could think of. Okay, so, as I was saying, Subworld's all done. Main world's done. We have the real deal area, which lets them see if he actually knows how to do it, and then I guess pixel art question mark, and then the end. Because since it's for one-eyed tiger, I should maybe see. Too bad there's not many oranges. Because I'm gonna say I could probably do a tiger. I would have done like a tiger pixel art or something. But there's not enough oranges in this damn game. Or maybe a shell. No, I feel like I'd do too many shells for the shell stuff. I'm looking up tigers anyway, just cause. All right. Okay. I'm gonna need note blocks. White, black, something for black. I guess we'll just do this for the black outline. Wait, I have white, right? Yes. Something for green. Okay. Oh, and I guess the only oranges would be this. Oops. And this. There we go. Oh crap, there is a brown in this. Shit. Maybe I'll just use question blocks as the black. Because I was like, wait a minute. I was looking more at it and I'm like, wait a minute. It's like, wait a minute. Blame Dragon. Oh, also, I want to say, Dragon, it is hilarious that you have now became the blame guy for, not like blame, like we blame everything. Well, technically we do, but you know that's for jokes. But the blame of like making the blame emotes is what I'm saying. So I meant to tell you that I think that's hilarious that you've became the blame guy for it. And I'm like, that's hilarious. So you want your blame emotes? Come to Dragon. Blame. Hey Dragon, make a new blame emote. I'm just kidding. I'd be like, that'd be too many characters to fit. I don't know why, but I was weirdly expecting an emote reaction when I said that, Dragon. When I was like, hey, make a new blame emote. I keep forgetting I gotta use the question marks as black, and I'm not using it. Nerd. I think Haint Syrup had the blame emo before me. Yeah, because he had blame Cano. He had the blame Cano. Yeah. I remember. Because I remember showing him the blame Dragon. I don't know why, Dragon, but I have like your levels in my brain. Going, man, I can't wait to go back onto the account and do another level. Obviously, like I know I can't do the set of levels, but I'm like, ooh, I can't wait. I think it's because I'm so hyped on how far I've gotten already. Because of like I'm already 50% in, so I'm like I'm just excited. Because honestly, I didn't know if I would get that far with the account, honestly. But when I counted it, I'm like, that's why I wanted to count it, because I'm like, all right, will this be a mood booster or a mood crusher? And it was a huge mood booster, because I'm like, all right, halfway through account 2. But like I say, I don't know if the only way I might be able to do your other account, the third one, would be as if I get rid of it off my Switch, so that I can like the levels. The jank is addicting, true. Yo, Malad, how's it going, homie? Holy shit. I didn't expect you to be in here. Dude, you're a freaking legend, man. I watch so many of your, so much of your TikToks, and your skills are incredible, man. I wish I had even a pinky's worth of skill that you had. How you doing, Maldi? Hopefully you're doing good. Skillshare? You know what, M-Check? You didn't have to make fun of yourself that way, man. That's awesome, man. I'm happy that you liked it. I like making all different types of levels, whether it's like consistency, whether it's like Team Shell. So it just makes me happy that there is some people that do enjoy some of my consistency or some of my other levels, because I know some people don't care for them. But honestly, why I made them wasn't even for them. It was more for me to become better in the game, That's all it truly was. It was for me to become better in the game, because to become better at shell tricks or whatever. I did the 50 double shell jumps. My hands hurt. Dude, I have 100 shell jumps. Did you see that one? Oh, and if you haven't, I should show you the 250 one. I have a 250 single shell jump level. So, it's crazy. So yeah, he's a madman. Yeah, dude. If I was way better at like the shell tricks dragon, I probably would have had a 251. But I dealt with just the 200 and just the 225. Because like the person that did it beat my record and still had some time, so he probably could have done like 25 more shell jumps, and I was like, oh no. A 100 simple jumps? Yeah, that sounds good. You'll be able to beat that with a piece of cake. Alright, I'm gonna see how this tiger pixel art came. If you're like, it doesn't look that good, I'm not done. I'm touching up. Yo, Auntie, she got the mango Lasai brownie? That sounds weird and good. I don't know. My brain doesn't want to. But thank you for redeeming the brownie. All right, time to get rid of all the black, or what's supposed to be black, and I think this should be done. And I'll look back at my reference image and seeing if I need to do any other fixes. God, the orange was the pain, I will say. Oh shit. What do you got? Look at that. Oh shit, that's sick. I love it. Oh my god, that's sick. Oh damn. What is this, two-eyed tiger? You know what? Normal tigers have two eyes, so okay. Let's see how that looks now then. Is that better? There you go. Now it's a tiger and it only has one eye. You know what's funny? That is the correct eye too. Because if you look at his profile picture, it's the one that I erased that he has his eye patch on, which is funny. So that is actually, yeah, I know. I went to go check. I was like, wait a minute, did I choose that by accident? Correct. That's funny. All right, I like it even more now. He chooses it correctly by accident. All right, where's my door? Okay, and then we're gonna do the clear check. Well, I gotta finish the end. The end is not done in a sense. That should be it right here, right? Yep, okay, perfect. Time to make my classic signature ending I love. Hopefully I have enough sprites for it. Oh, I do, thank God. Well, I mean, it's not that the jank is addicting, Dragon. Sorry, I meant to reply to that when you said that. It's just that, like, I think I'm just excited because, like, I didn't think like I was going to make it far with that account, because I think I even told you, I don't know if you remember, I think I even told you before I didn't want to 100% it, and then I just said fuck, and then I think something in my brain was like, fuck it, just do it. And then I guess being more successful in it has pushed me more to do it, I guess, which is nice. Because I'm going to say, I remember saying before, I don't want to 100% it, and then now I'm already halfway, and I'm like, oh. I know, right? Wreck that account, exactly. As long as it gives me one P-switch. Okay. Hold on. Let's do this correct. There we go. Perfect. There we go. All right, now it's time for the clear. Now I'm gonna save it, and then I think it's time for the clear check. Double checking that I did add the pig fart because I've done that once. Yep. Okay.
Here I go! Here I go!
There we go. All right, time for the one shot, right? All right. Okay. Yes, I'm skipping the practice. Wreck. Yeah, because you need more. I need practice. See, as you see, I messed up the shell jump. All right, time for left. I guess I do need practice, Dragon. I need practice. Should I test them? Should I actually test them and just go with the Shelmets too? Just to make sure that we're all good too. Because I'm just like, I should be testing them. Because I imagine like whoops. Did not mean to reset it. Whatever. Oh my god, he can't shell jump. There we go. Okay. What? You talking about on the first? What are you talking about? The? Wait, what one way? My brain does not understand what one way you're talking about. You talking about this? Oh, I guess, yeah. But it doesn't matter. It's practice. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I'll try again. I guess, yeah. I'm just kidding. I was about to be funny and do like a cheese it. Like, it don't matter. It's that part's practice. I was gonna be like, all right. I mean, it's not caribou cheese, I think. You know what I mean? All right. So, did it work? I'm sorry. You threw me off. My brain didn't register if it worked or not. It did? Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, good. It works. So that means all of them should work, right? Or should I keep testing all of them? Okay. The last one I should probably test just to make sure, should be the pipe, just in case. Okay. Yep. Pipe's good too. All right, Dragon. How did I teach you how to show? How did I teach you how to show jump? Because I'm such a scrub now. See? Told you, scrub. No, basically one half of it is practice, the other half is the real thing. You know? So if you want to practice and like do the tricks, like, so then you're like, okay, let's figure out how to do these without, you know, death and stuff. You can, you know what I mean? That's why it's infinite checkpoint. That's what these doors are for, to let you, that's why there's no keys, because they're just for if you want to practice the trick. You know what I mean, Mchuck? But if you're like, I don't want to practice, just want to do the real thing, which is why there's a blue pipe here that will allow you to go from, excuse me, main world to subworld. So if you do want to like do the practice and not do the train, you know, if you want to, let's say, oh, hey, I need to practice how to do shell jumping. I come in this one. This is the standing shell jumping. And then the block indicator where you got to be. Boom. See? Block indicator where you got to be. And boom. Yeah, I mean, that's why half of it's practice and the half of it's real. Which could also be in a way to help force the player to, force to go into the practice if they want the infinite checkpoint. Big brain, M-check, big brain. If someone's like, oh, hey, I want to save my checkpoint, you know, let me do the practice, you know? Or, you know, just win. Whatever works. Now I gotta beat it again because 2 checkpoints. Technically, I gotta beat it 2 more times. And then I gotta think of a name. I don't know what the name. That's the problem. I haven't thought of a name for this. I know the description should say, you know, dedicated to One-Eyed Tiger because he's the one that redeemed it. But I don't know what the name of the level should be. 10 coins. I love that setup, Dragon. It's so weird because it looks like it could hurt you, but also it can't hurt me. But can hurt you with the... If you have a Shelmet, that's dope. I wish you showed me that setup so long ago, because there's been so many times where I'm like, how can I make the player not have the Shelmet in this area, but like not make it feel like they're forced to have the Shelmet with them. You know what I mean? And that setup could have saved me so many times with that thought. But I'm happy that I have it now. You know what I mean? Ooh, what about this name? Training for the real thing. For a level name. My brain was like, that might be a sick level name. Because it's kind of in a sense what it is. You're training for the real deal. I messed up. He choked. You know what? Old Glenn would have beat this level blindfolded. Very true, F. Hey, Dragon, did I ever tell you the joke that I said every time you don't use my emotes, I'm keeping a tab on how many times I'm going to beat you up for not using my emotes, even though you're subbed? And then I think you did like the cheese pop thing. when I told you, how dare you not use my GG? Old Glenn sounds like a show-off. I mean, he was a little. I don't know. I don't know if he was fully a show-off. He's probably like how I am now, I would say. But was way better and didn't realize he was that good. Until he became this washed up, I guess. He's not washed up, chat. He did it again. Oh. Also, Dragon Hunter. and Mcheck, because you're both in the US. Make sure to run your faucet water and your sink. Make sure to run your faucet water and your shower water for about like 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes every day. Apparently there's a disease going around. An old disease that came back, which is crazy. An old disease that decided to make a comeback. Also, what up, John? What else? Thank you for the GG. What did I say I was gonna call it? Training for the real thing? Okay. I think it was like Lou Gehrig. I know some disease that they said was like pirates used to get. Apparently. That decided to make a comeback. And yeah, I guess that's true, yeah. I grew up with spring water and really good well water. Gotcha. Yeah, what up, Drew? I gotta look at previous levels and if I put anything out specific. Let me look at what I put for. Oh, he's a killer. Did I put anything else besides dedicated to the person? Dedicated, oh, he's killer. Okay, nope. I just put dedicated to the person. Yeah. Yeah, that. Thank you. My dude, I was in huddle today at my hospital, Dragon Hunter, and they said when we have discharges, you know, when a person leaves the hospital, to freaking run both faucet waters and the bath and the shower for like 5 to 10 minutes because that disease is like coming, like is apparently making a comeback. And I'm like, I should warn people about this shit just in case, because if it's here, but yeah, you've aged like fine wine. I've aged like rotten cheese. Wait, people like rotten. I've aged like dog shit. I'm stealing a quote from Pokemon. Gotta train to be the very best. Hot cheese. Well, thank you. I guess. Thank you, Jersey Dre. I've only heard of that on House. Dude, it's made a comeback, Mcheck. We had huddle today because as you know, I work in a goddamn hospital. I'm a part of the environmental assistant, aka janitors, who clean rooms in hospitals. And we have huddles every morning. And during huddle, they told us about that. And I'm like, oh. I'm slowly becoming the grandfather of SMM2. Nice. I think, have you ever met Mets, John? Because I think Mets might be older than you. I don't know. Wait. Gotta train to be the very best, like no one ever was. Ah, okay. Gotta train to be the very best. I didn't get to put the rest. Isn't he older than 40? That's why I asked if you knew him, because I was gonna say, I swear I thought he was. M-Check's like, I'm older. Probably. I was gonna say I thought he was. Alright, okay, alright, sorry, I'm writing stuff in my spreadsheet. Training slash... I'm just gonna call it training slash... the test, I guess, maybe. Dedicated to one... Oh my god. One... Come on. And... Tiger. Oh, fuck. What did I call this? Okay, training for the real thing. Cool. What number level is this now? Where the hell's my list of levels? Ah, no, back. That was it. This is number... Oh my god, this is number 888. Sweet. We both hacky sack, so we're both old. Alright, so make sure you still stream in the nursing home, okay? I tell this to Kobold too as well. I told Kobold because he calls himself old because he's 43. And I told him, dude, if you go to nursing home, please stream from the nursing home. Oh, Dragon, remember that made up code I was trying to go for, the duck one, because I said it's possible? Apparently it's not possible. Like, what I mean by that, it is technically possible because we do have all the letters, but I don't know if, like, Nintendo would let it be possible is what I meant more in that aspect. Because what made me realize it's probably not possible is I looked at all of my level codes when I was uploading that duck level, and then realized there's not many ones that start with D. I'm double confirming this code. Sorry, VXR, yep, 88WRWG. Okay. Sorry. So I was looking at all my level codes, and I was like, there's not really many that start with D, or if it does have a D, it doesn't have like a U usually in the second formatting. And I was trying to find if it was, and do that I feel like finding that possibility would probably be like, it is impossible for it. So yeah. Yeah. But the good news is, one, I went longer than what, well, this was a surprise stream. So the good news is I finished one level. I finished one level out of my 5 levels. Because 5 people redeemed for me to make them a level, and I finished 1. So all that's left now is Anti, Phoenix, Microwave, and Sega. Which is awesome, so... I got 1 done. So I think the next one I'll probably do will probably be Microwaves, and then... Yeah. Well, I'm happy I got One-Eyed Tigers done. And I really love how that pixel art came out. I gotta see that one more time. That's so good. And that it has one eye is even better now. So thank you, Mchuck, for that. For saying, oh. So, you know, I think the one eye made it even more of a better touch. So. It's awesome. All right. Couple things before I go. What do I get for a brownie? They got the St. Patrick's Mint brownie. Ugh, this sounds disgusting. All right. As you guys know, I'm going to be streaming. What is it? Tomorrow? I'm already forgetting my streaming schedule. Tomorrow. Yes. Tomorrow from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be playing Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I'm excited for that. And then Saturday is going to be grinding the Death King's level and then Key Mealer for the last 2 or 3 hours. So let's go raid Kobold. Sounds delicious. If you're going to join along in the raid, please use the hashtag YouAreHeroic. I greatly appreciate it if you do. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks, Dragon. Thank you guys so much for being here, whether you guys been chatting, whether you guys been lurking. I appreciate each and every one of you. Happy I got this done. And happy you guys got to be here along the ride. And thank you for that setup too as well, Dragon, because now I can use that for other levels that I want to prevent people to not bring a shellman in. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your Thursday. See ya.